I'm live. I'm live and I'm alive, which is a good thing too. Hey, everybody. Welcome, Bars and Grills, to another Trippy Food live stream. This one is a very special live stream because this one marks our 6,000 subscribers. So I promised you all that once we got to 6,000 subscribers, that we would do a these are a few of my least favorite things live stream. And that's what we're going to, exactly what we're going to do today. Everything I'm eating, everything I'm prepared to eat is my least favorite foods of all time. Some of them are like, it's going to take a lot for me to even be able to like get them down. But now what I will say is, I think you're going to be surprised by some of these. And the reason I say you're going to be surprised by some of these, you're going to already know, just because if you've watched the live stream or you've watched our episodes, over the past 10 years, you're probably already familiar with the stuff that I don't like and the stuff that I do like. And we've already done one of, my favorite things. This is one of these are my least favorite things. But again, it is because I promised you that we would do this if we reach 6,000 subscribers. Julie is not here right now, but she may join us later. But the thing was that I discussed with Julie about this live stream is that she would not agree that they were bad things. As a matter of fact, most people, when you see what I'm going to eat today, most people, most normal human beings, not me, of course, but most normal human beings are going to say, Val, that's not weird at all. In fact, I like that. So you're going to see that odd side of me, that you're going to see the kind of stuff that I don't like. And it's going to be surprising to some of you because you're going to say, Val, everybody likes that except you. So a little bit of housekeeping up front. How are the logistics? Like, how is the lighting? How is the audio? How is the video? Everything okay? Everything working out for you guys? Everything cool? What do you think? Let's see who we got so far. The little number up there says that there are 8 people. We have Eli, we have Janice. Of course we have Janice, because we always have Janice. So even if Janice is on a roller coaster or attending a funeral, we always have Janice. So good to see you, Janice, as always. We have Ice Hand. We have Miguel. We have Adam Heb. Let's see, who else? Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. So again, Ice Hand, I'm going to say that as you see me eat these things, you're probably going to say to yourself, like, Val, that's not weird at all. That's not nasty at all. Like, what? But again, these are my personal kryptonites. I hear a dog trying to get in, and the only reason, the only reason that I have the door closed so the dogs don't get in is because Fang he stands about this tall, and if he stands about this tall and the food is right here, then he's liable to like the food. So I think they probably smell the food in here and they're trying to get in, but so just let me know if the barking becomes much. I'll try to get them in here and try to calm them down. But we are. Thank you, Janice. Janice says audio and video are good. So my apologies for not live streaming for the past 2 weeks, but I was in Europe, specifically in the U of K. So I did not leave the U of K. I was in the UK all week, almost a week and a half. It was a very, the dogs are in. All right, he found a way. Well, as long as he's quiet, he's barking to get in. Now he's in. So that's Vader. Vader just came in. Hello, Vader. I would pick him up, but he looks pretty heavy. Vader is a Boston Terrier. You've seen Vader before, I think, maybe. All right, Vader, you just gonna chill down here? Huh? You gonna chill? Don't pee on the floor. You're just gonna chill? I guess you're just gonna chill. Okay. He's not like Doodle. Like I could pick Doodle's like less than 10 pounds. I can just pick Doodle up real easy. But Vader, he's kind of stocky. And he's an old man too. You doing okay, Vader? Huh? You doing okay? You're just gonna stay there? Okay. All right, Vader's just gonna stay there. But he wanted to be part of the celebration, the big 6K celebration. I did not have gruel in England, but I had a lot of interesting and unusual things and some cool things and stuff in England. Well, not just England. I went to England and Wales, which is a separate country. It's all part of Great Britain, or the UK, as they call it. So we did go to I did go to two separate countries, and so we're going to have. Obviously, there's footage from both. We're going to have those as episodes coming up soon. I have a lot of editing to do because I have a lot of video. So let's talk about where I was. So I started out in Bristol. I was in Bristol for most of the week. So from Saturday to Friday, I was in Bristol. Friday morning, I took a train. Okay, let's go back to Thursday. So Thursday night, a coworker and I took the train over to Cardiff, Wales. And I'd never been to Wales before, so that was fun. We went to Cardiff, Wales. We had some Welsh food, episode forthcoming. And thank you for joining me on that adventure. And then Friday morning, I took a train up to Liverpool to see some old friends, some friends I hadn't seen in a long time up in Liverpool. So the train ride was a little bit iffy because I didn't get off at the right place to make a connection. And hi, Chloe.
Trying to take him because
he's okay. It's just, if he comes and starts to eat the food or something, that would be a problem. So like he's trying to do right now. We're all dogged in here. What's up, Fang? All right. Thanks, Chloe. Chloe, everybody. Seldom seen, but well heard. Hey, Tom's here. Welcome, Tom. All right. So back to the thing. So I was going from Bristol, was where I was mostly based out of Bristol. Took the train to Liverpool. Now I was supposed to make a transfer in Birmingham. I missed that transfer, and the train started going to Manchester, and Manchester was going to be the last stop. So I had to get another transfer at some other station in between there to get over to Liverpool. I was about an hour later going into Liverpool than I wanted to, but okay, that's just the door. So we spent most of the time in Bristol, England. We went to Cardiff in Wales, and we went to Liverpool, and then also a side trip to Stonehenge, and we'll have some video for that as well. So we'll have a video for that. So we hit 6,000 subscribers, and I was there at the very moment that we hit 6,000 subscribers because I was with a group of coworkers. We had gone out to dinner. We were at the Clifton Sausage in Bristol. I don't have video from that because it was a really interesting and good meal, but nothing crazy that rises to the level of being trippy food, but it was good. And I do have video. So we're going to do like a kind of an overall Bristol video, and we'll have that food incorporated into that video. But we were at the Clifton Sausage in Bristol, and somebody had mentioned my channel, and then people at the table started talking to it. And I said, I think I was 4 or 6, I can't remember, away from 6,000 subscribers. And then people just started going around the room. I think Michelle started going around the room, and not Matt's Michelle, Michelle that I work with. Michelle started going around the room and telling people to subscribe. And while I was sitting there, Cedric Massett, thank you very much, Cedric. Cedric was our 6,000th subscriber. So I was there at the very moment that he subscribed, and we hit 6,000. So, me being in Bristol and everything, I couldn't obviously do this today, but I did thank Cedric profusely for being our 6,000th subscriber. So also there, Venki, another person that I work with, he and I did a couple of side adventures, and you will see some video for that. So we went to an Indian, I don't want to call it a restaurant. It's sort of like a stand, like a food stand, maybe about the size of a food truck, but it's a stand in the middle of a roundabout. In the middle of a roundabout, and it was Indian food, and Venki joined me for that, and because he knew the dishes, and they were unusual dishes that I really hadn't experienced before, having had Indian food before. There were unusual dishes, and he said, "Oh, well, let's get this, and let's get this, and let's get this," and we just got a few dishes, and we shared it in the midst, just sitting on that roundabout next to the Indian food shack, Rana Dhaba, I think is how it's pronounced, and video coming for that as well. So also special thanks to Tom Tom gave us recommendations for Cardiff. So Venki and I on Thursday took the train from Bristol to Cardiff, and we went specifically looking for Cardiff cuisine. So we got the national dish of I'm sorry, not Cardiff, Wales. The national dish of Wales and a couple of other dishes from Wales. Visited the Cardiff Centre near the castle. We're too late to get into the castle, but we visited Wales. Episode coming for that as well. So that was fun. Then in Liverpool, I visited with my friend Sharon and Dave, and hadn't seen them. I don't know, it was a while. I think the last time I saw them, they had come to the US. They had come to Los Angeles. Prior to that, the last time I was in Liverpool was 2009. So it's been a long time since I've been to Liverpool. So I stayed with Sharon and Dave and their sons, Fletcher and Tate. And you will see Fletcher and Tate because they're going to appear in one or more, actually a lot of videos. Also their friends, Amelia and Tommy, they're also in there. So we did, with Tate, Amelia, and Tommy, we did an episode of Liverpudlians trying American snacks. So Sharon's son Tate I think it was either Tate or Fletcher that sent me the Liverpudlian shoebox of snack. And there's I think maybe even more than one episode up of this shoebox that they sent me that had all these Liverpudlian snacks in it. So you can watch that. I'll link that when I put the episode out. So I decided I was going to return the favor, and I brought wasn't a shoebox, it was larger than a shoebox, and full of American snacks, and decided I was going to share that with them. And so Tate, Amelia, and Tommy sat down with me, and we went through some American snacks. Some of those we've already reviewed. Some of them are recent ones and everything, but I just wanted them to try some unusual American snacks. And so we have the reaction of Liverpudlians trying American snacks. And I also, the infamous gas leak cookies, durian wafers. We also did filmed an episode where Liverpudlians try durian wafers. We were fortunate enough, Sharon knows of an Asian grocery in Liverpool. We went to the Asian grocery. I saw the exact brand, that same brand of the durian wafers that are infamous in Trippy food lore, and I brought them back so that we filmed an episode of Liverpudlians trying durian wafers. So that was fun. Tate and Tommy, Tate and his friend Tommy, they're both in an episode that we did on Scouse. And if you don't know what Scouse is, Scouse, look it up. It's a name kind of given to the people of Liverpool, because there's a mix of a bunch of different things, but it's also a dish. It's also like a stew. It can vary a lot, but we did Scouse while we were there, and Tate and Tommy will be in that video. And then Tate did an episode with me on butter pie, and we just kind of ran into it randomly. So what happened was Dave had mentioned that he was at this kind of a convenience store, and he saw butter pie, and he says, "I've never heard of butter pie before." And I said, "Well, I've heard of butter pie before. Never had it, but I've heard of it because it's mentioned in the song Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey by Paul McCartney and or Wings. I think maybe it's just Paul McCartney, but they do mention butter pie in that song. And I'd never had it before, and he'd never had it before. So we got one, and Tate and I dig into a butter pie. So that's fun, and that one's coming up. We also have an overall Liverpool one, so it's kind of a Liverpool tour. Let me try that in English. A Liverpool tour. So naturally, it's going to feature a lot of Beatles sites, because that's what there's. But there's other things to see as well. Like, for instance, does anyone know what this is? This is, one of those things that I collect and bring back and everything. So this is one of the things that I brought back. Does anyone recognize this? Can anyone tell me what this is? See if you can guess what that is. But there's a video of that. The actual real one stands about 25 to 30 feet tall, I think. So we actually, that's in our video as well. And bananas, that's funny. There are, there's other things that we checked out in Liverpool, and it was pretty crazy because Liverpool Football Club had just won some, I don't know, some award, some cup or something, and the town was like going crazy with people from celebrating their win. Red smoke everywhere. because red's their color. So we have that, and then Fletcher, while we were out there, Fletcher had mentioned that that he had made bread using yogurt and flour. And Sharon was telling me that she said I didn't believe him, but then when he finally made it, we were surprised. So I said, well, Fletch, will you make that with me for a Trippy Food episode? And he agreed. So we did do that. So a very productive trip. Well, work wise too, but also from a Trippy Food standpoint, and that is the reason why, again, we hit our 6,000 subscriber while I was in Bristol, specifically while I was in Bristol, UK. But obviously we couldn't do these are a few of my least favorite things because, believe it or not, some of those things are harder to find in Bristol. So we did not do that in the UK, and this is my first weekend back, and so we're doing it today. So I thank you all for joining us, and I thank you all for your support over the years. So I could not have made 6,000 subscribers without you guys. So I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to go through the chat because I've been ignoring the chat and I've been yapping like an idiot. So let's go see. Did you find out what stone in Stonehenge is the Rock of Gibraltar? That's fun. So Tom just asked that. Did you find out what stone in Stonehenge is the Rock of Gibraltar? The reason that's funny is because Tom, who, as you know, has a channel called Old Guy Radio Players, and I do this with him. I am an actor on his other channel, and we have a show called. Well, he has a show. I'm just on it, called the George and Pudgy Show, which takes place in the 1940s. That's these two brothers and their wives and the misadventures they get into. It's sort of almost like the Honeymooners, sort of. But and the reason that he mentioned what stone in Stonehenge is the Rock of Gibraltar is because George and Pudgy are currently on a world tour, or were in 1947, are on a world tour. And George is when they're at Stonehenge, George is asking which one is the Rock of Gibraltar. So that's why he said that, and that's why it's funny. Did you know Bristol is UK slang for a female mammalian protuberance valve? I did not know that because I was in the city of Bristol and nobody there mentioned it to me. But good to know, Isand. Good to know. Foolish 4 challenge: blue cheese and anchovy milkshake. Blue cheese and anchovy milkshake. All right. You know what? Blue cheese and milk together, not a big departure. Blue cheese and fish, not a big departure, but they're very strong tastes, so I could see why that would be a challenge. So, if Eli, you're making the challenge, or that they're going to do that challenge, but either way, it sounds like an interesting thing to watch. Yes, Janice, you are absolutely correct. Janice, tell me how you knew that this was Super Lamb Banana. Because Super Lamb Banana, like everybody in Liverpool knows what Super Lamb Banana is. The last time I was there, they just had the one big statue. Now they have smaller ones, like maybe stand about this tall. They have smaller ones all over the city, and obviously you can buy them as souvenirs and everything. So I thought more than a Beatlesy thing, I would go with the Super Lamb Banana as a souvenir. I also, because I pick up little souvenirs for anything, I got this in Wales, and that is on the Welsh flag. I think it's a dragon, and it's on the Welsh flag, so I got one of those as well. Google is my friend. Well, yeah, but you have an Ed too, so there we go. It is Super Lamb Banana. How would durian taste on pizza? Well, it depends on the pizza, Eli. So if you're going to put durian on pizza with tomato sauce, I don't think it would go well. But if you're going to make like a dessert pizza and put durian on it, I think it would be okay. If you've never had durian before, I would advise against it. But if you have had durian, then it might be a good thing. Now I don't have a pizza oven. And I know that you can buy pizza crust and make it at home. It's just never quite the same if you make it in your own oven as opposed to like a stone oven or an oven that gets up to 800 degrees, which you should use when you're making pizza. So I don't know if I can, while I'm here, if I can find somebody who can make, has facilities to make pizza, maybe we'll do that. Eli, why don't you put that in the suggestion box, and and we'll make a dessert pizza with durian on it. I think that's a good call right there. All right, so I think we're all caught up with the niceties, and we're at 420. So light them up if you got them. We're at 420. We might as well get started. So again, you are going to see things today that I'm going to eat that you and drink that you would say, Val, that's just not that trippy. Well, no, it's not trippy, but I don't like them, and so for you, and as my personal thanks for you for sticking with us and for helping us build the channel to 6,000 subscribers and everything, I'm going to do this for you today, as I promised. I'll also have some interesting things coming up. So as I mentioned, I did spend the last a week and a half in the UK. And so as a result, I brought back a whole bunch of snacks and beverages from the UK. And so our next live stream, which should be next Sunday, our next live stream, we're going to be doing UK snacks and beverages and that I picked up while I was in the UK and brought them back, and they had no problem with it. So we're going to do that next Sunday. And then also Julie and I have a bunch of stuff that we're going to film coming up. So one of them is this. This is the Red Hot Reaper Challenge, which I think since Pocky is no longer doing the one chip challenge, I think that other companies are going to come in and try to fill the void. Basically what happened was after that 15-year-old kid died after he ate one, he had health conditions and he was under 18, so he should never have been eating them in the first place, but he managed to get one and managed to eat it, and he died as a result of that. It wasn't the chip itself that killed him. It was like I said, it was the underlying health issues that he had. And they were clearly marked on it that you shouldn't do it if you're under 18, but he did it. And so Pocky pulled those back. They pulled them all off the shelves. This was back in, I want to say this is 2023, if I'm not mistaken, because they didn't do one in 2024 and they didn't do it in 25. And you're never going to see one again, because not only did the fact that they pulled them off the shelves almost, I'm sure it was an abundance of caution because they didn't immediately know what happened, but they pulled them all off the shelf. And I think it kind of scared people who were customers of Pocky, and they just thought, well, maybe there's something wrong with the chips. And the big problem with that was they made delicious tortilla chips. They weren't all hot. The hottest, regular bag of chips that you could buy with the haunted ghost pepper, which are the best ghost pepper chips I'd ever had. They really had a kick to them. So you like eat one, eat two, eat three, and then go like, I gotta take a break. Those are like really, really hot. I gotta take a break. And you put them down, and then like 2 minutes later, you go like, I need another one. And they were just like addictive. So I really miss those. But they also had like, mango and lime, flavored chips and stuff like that. Really, really good flavors. I never had one that I didn't like. It was kind of a disappointment that the company went out of business. But other companies are stepping up to the plate and trying to fill that void. And so this is the Red Hot Reaper Challenge. Let's see if there's a company name, like who makes this. I don't see anything, but I'm sure there's something inside. It's Carolina Reaper and Trinidad Moruga Scorpion Pepper. So Julie and I will be doing this. There's one chip in here. There's another box. We'll be doing that. We're maybe on the same one or maybe on a different one. I'm not sure, but we have hot monkey nuts. And these have 8 kinds of pepper. And I think, let's see, what kind of peppers? Cayenne, ancho, chipotle, jalapeno, habanero, ghost, scorpion, and reaper. So it's like the who's who of Scoville units. So we're going to be doing that. That's coming up soon as well. Everything in moderation. You're right. I think that kid ate multiple chips. Yeah, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It wasn't good for him. So either way, hey, Nashies is here, and Viral y'all is here. Let's see, who else? Did I miss anybody else? Let me know if I missed anybody else. And thank you, Nashies, for the congratulations. You are part of that. You are part of the reason that we made 6,000K. So thank you as well. All right. Let's get started. So we're going to start, as we usually do on our live streams, with our adult beverage. And so you're probably asking yourself, well, Val, what is the adult beverage, your least favorite adult beverage? Anyone want to take a shot at it? Anyone want to take a guess before I show you what it is? Anybody? Don't mind me. I'm just untying my shoelaces. I'm going to kick my shoes off and get a little comfortable here. Logo Val. Four Loko. Yeah, to a certain extent, except the problem with Four Loko is that I am in Massachusetts, and in Massachusetts, Four Loko is illegal. So you cannot get Four Loko in Massachusetts. Now, we're not far from New Hampshire, so we actually went up to the New Hampshire State Liquor Store, some other liquor stores in New Hampshire, and they're like, yeah, good luck with that. You're not going to be able to find Four Loko around here. So this is a Four Loko desert. I'm not overly disappointed about that, but that's okay. But it is an excellent guess, Four Loko. I think typically if we were able to get Four Loko, that would have been the one. So I had to pick something that was not Four Loko, obviously. Val's tripping. Well, just the shoes, Nashies, just the shoes. So, you know, like, I'm not going to do like a foot thing on OnlyFans or anything else like that. But, you know, and I have socks on. What socks do I have on today? Let's see. I have my doggy socks on. See, little bones and doggies on there. My doggy socks. MD 2020. Yeah, I could have picked something like that. I picked a beer because I'm a beer connoisseur. I do like beers. I like a variety of beers. I like different beers. So I picked a beer. Now this one should be easy for you because it's a very, very common beer, but it is my least favorite beer, I think. So anyone want to take a shot at it? Anybody? Nobody? Take a guess, you'll be right. Eli, you are correct. Yeah, Bud Light isn't that bad because it's light. It's lighter. It has a lighter flavor and everything. But Budweiser is the king of beers, like durian is the king of fruit, right? So it's Budweiser. Budweiser is just. I don't like Budweiser, and we have Space Cadet here to open our bottle. I have to find Ariel and Thing, and this problem is it's putting holes in the cap. It tastes like licking driftwood. Tastes like a skunk's feet. All right, here we go. Julie's not here to rate my pour. She might walk in on us, but I am not looking for it. Thank you very much, Viriel. Are you subscribed? I can't tell because I can't go through the list of all 6,000 subscribers, but I'm assuming that everybody here is subscribed because I see you guys on a regular basis. Grub Warp, welcome. Glad you can make it. All right, here we go. Budweiser. Thank you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't taste as bad as I remember, but only because it tastes weak and watered down. What is the ABV on Budweiser? Let's see. What is the ABV? Very tiny print, I think. Maybe it doesn't matter. It is 5%. That's standard for a beer, 5%. It tastes used. It's just like there's no reason to drink this. It's just, it literally tastes like somebody washed out a beer bottle and you're drinking the water that's left in the beer bottle. That's what it tastes like. It's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. It's not horrific, right? But I'm trying to think if I had a beer that is. Look who's here!
What, is there something important?
Look who's here! Grab a chair.
Is there something important going on or whatever?
It's Julie. Hi. So the thing was we just got started. So you've come at a good time.
I heard you stalling, not eating all of your least favorite things. I could hear you stalling. I was listening in the car.
But I got started already. So as I mentioned previously, Julie's not gonna. Well, you know what? You know what though? She is gonna have a problem with one of these, and maybe more.
A couple of them.
More. Maybe a couple of one, but one for absolute certain. And so, but the thing is like I was with Julie when I was buying a lot of these, and Julie was saying,
I was reminding him,
Dad, that's not bad. I'll eat the crap out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Ugh.
Yeah, it just tastes watered down. I mean, you have to have a sip.
Oh,
you have to. You're here. You have to do that now.
Thank you for 6K, guys.
Yeah.
You know what it tastes like? It just tastes like high school or college frat party.
Well, what I said, it tastes like somebody rinsed out beer bottles.
Yeah.
And that's just
or somebody already drank it and you're just drinking it out of a urinal.
I don't, for the life of me, understand how this is such a popular beer. I don't get it. I just don't get it at all.
No. Oh my God.
What
the chair? I thought it was going down.
But by the way, everything that we're consuming today is going to be a thumbs down. So like we have the thumb here, but we could just hang that in the background like that permanently, and you can just assume
for you it's a thumbs down.
Yeah, for me it's a thumbs down. So what do you say about the Budweiser?
Oh, that's a thumbs down.
You said a thumbs down. Yeah. Okay.
Well, all right, I'll give it a thumbs in the middle, trending down, because if you're just looking for a beer to whatever. To play flip cup or a beer pong with, then it's a great beer.
Yeah, and it's 5%, so you're not going to get drunk. I mean, if you want to pound some beers to get drunk and everything, that's not it. But for me, it's of course it's a thumbs down.
Hi Janice, hi Eli, hi Ice Hand, hi Viral y'all. Hello, looking cute. Thank you. Hello Joshua. Who else is here? Nashies, Grub Warp. All of our friends are here.
Yeah.
It's a celebration.
All right. So thumbs down on that one. No all right. So now here's what I'm going to do as far as the food goes. So we're going to do like we always do is adult beverage, 4 snacks. Are you moving that so I don't knock it over?
Exactly.
I will. Yeah. Adult beverage, 4 snacks, soft drink, and 4 more snacks. I almost hate to say this, but we're gonna have to do goût mélange with all this.
Oh,
no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna have to do goût mélange. So maybe the bad mélange mix will miraculously make something taste good. I sincerely doubt it. I don't think sincerely doubt it. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. The reason that these are in little bags is I heated them up ahead of time. The ones that needed to be heated up, I heated them up ahead of time. Although Julie would say that she probably would eat some of these right out of the can. I'm so glad I wasn't here when that
happened. Yeah.
Okay, so first on our hit parade, number 1 on our hit parade is Silkworm Pupa Bondegi. Now that's infamous on this channel, but you guys have seen me make stuff with Silkworm Pupa that actually turned out pretty good. I think the last one we did was Silkworm Pupa fried rice, and we did the Silkworm Pupa ceviche, and actually they weren't too bad. But right out of the can. They have different ones, so some of them are in chili sauce or something like that, which is kind of a blessing if you're going to eat that.
Something to kill that.
This is just the plain one, so we're just eating it as you want. Take a whiff of that.
It smells like nuts.
A little bit. To me, it smells like we used to in the summer catch fireflies and put them in a jar, and when they died, that's what they smell like.
I've never eaten these.
Hang on a second.
Oh, I dropped it.
Just in case.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Well, you can spit it out or something, but chew that up good. Where's my spoon? You guys have supported me to 6,000 subscribers. You deserve me eating a spoonful of these.
They're not that bad.
You feel all right? Look at that. Can we see that? We can see that. All right, here we go.
It tastes nutty. They taste nutty to me. I mean, it's the squirt inside that's not great.
It's the texture.
Yeah.
It's like bags of skin filled with rotting leaves.
Don't look at my nails. You okay? I didn't have time, all right? We'll set up a GoFundMe for my nails to be done every once in a while. I'm trying to get see, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it ain't that kind of live stream. If they're looking
it has eyeballs and everything in it.
If they're looking at your nails, we're in a lot of trouble.
There you go, guys.
Oh my God. It's so grassy and
I think it has like kind of like a an almondy flavor almost, but like liquidy.
Like a rotting
Rib
almond.
guts.
That's nasty. That's just nasty. That
My
is a
guts stuck in my
solid,
tongue.
a solid thumbs down. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try this.
It's stuck in my throat.
Stuck in my
Why are you
teeth.
eating more? You only had to have one spoonful.
Because I'm gonna put Melinda's fire roasted jalapeno hot sauce on it.
Nothing's gonna help that though.
So you admit?
Whoa! Hey! Don't be taking the taste away from your favorite things now.
It's just an excuse to try Melinda's hot sauce. Ooh.
Here we go. Yep. I'm not giving you mouth to mouth after you've eaten those things.
For jalapeno, that's got a kick. Yeah. So thumbs down. Thumbs way down. What do you say, Jules?
I mean, I'm giving it thumbs down, trending upwards, only because they're not as bad.
Seriously?
They're not as bad as I thought they were gonna be.
I almost reached for the Budweiser.
Also, he was talking about some of the things that we've been filming and that he has coming up. There may be a spit take in the future.
Which one?
Well, I choked on something, but he like spit took.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's say that one right now because I remember who suggested we do that.
Oh, does anybody remember who was it that suggested doing the Steel Reserve Blackberry? Raise your hand.
Somebody requested that.
Raise your hand if it was you.
And I couldn't find it in California, but I did find it here. So we did review the.
There was a blue raz and a
Steel Reserve Black Raspberry.
Raspberry. Yeah. Black it was you, Miguel? All right. So
okay.
It was Miguel. So Miguel, thank you because we thoroughly. Did you just look at what you did? You coughed on your screen.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, look. Gross. Thank you, Miguel, because we got a really funny spit take on that, and Haley and I enjoyed it very much.
The odd thing was,
and everyboody going to enjoy it soon.
The odd thing is I couldn't find that in California, and out here I could find. There's a bunch of places that have that out here.
You can find anything in New Hampshire.
But no, you can't, because you can't find Four Loko in New Hampshire.
Well, I feel like Four Lokos more like you need to be on the southern border to find Four Lokos.
The southern border of the United States.
Correct.
Yeah, because what did he say? It's illegal in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of things are though. Massachusetts
So Jules, since you have decided to join the live stream and everything, to me it doesn't really matter. I mean, you want to get the disgusting stuff out of the way.
Oh no.
Or like this one.
No.
Or I'm just going to put these out here.
I forgot the stuff that he got.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's sometimes you might think, well, let's do the terrible stuff first and get that out of the way, and then go to the stuff that's not so horrible. So I'm going to leave that up to you. So here's what we got. I'll let you pick.
God, these are so bad.
You want to get that out of the way?
Yes.
All right. So next on our hit parade is bread and butter pickles. Now, funny story about this. When
nothing's funny about those.
No, you get check this out. Matt Zion from Reckless Eating, and you guys most of you know Matt from Reckless
Palate of an 8-year-old.
Yeah. We did a We Go Main show in Los Angeles, and we went to the Original Farmers Market, and in the Original Farmers Market, there's a place that does all pickles. And so he got a flight of pickles. So I can think of 5 different kinds of pickles. And guess which one he liked? He infamously hates pickles, but he liked the bread and butter pickles.
Because he's a monster is why.
I will tell you, as far as bread and butter pickles goes, the sugar has, or whatever they make, whatever they sweeten it with, it just has no business being on pickles. That's just my.
This is an abomination, and Matt's an abomination, and that's my story.
Nashi's candied cucumbers sounds like that would be a fun thing to do.
That would probably be good.
Like sort of like candied jalapenos and stuff like that.
Hi, Europop. Welcome.
Oh, Europop joined us. Europop could have been on it when I was in Europe last week. All right. Fork is there. Oh, you're just going to?
I'm just going for it because I'll throw these in the trash afterwards. So.
All right. So bread and butter pickles, another one of my kryptonites.
I hate it.
It's wrong. It's just wrong.
Trash.
Will the girls eat that?
No, probably.
It's
Chloe eats everything
because it has this sweetness that comes in afterwards, but it's like a sickly sweetness.
Sucralose.
It's like,
and corn syrup.
Yeah, it's not good.
Worst.
It's not good.
I wish I had more arms so I could give it 5 thumbs down.
How many? Just like a show of hands, I guess, or however we want to do that. Not a throw of hands, a show of hands. How many of you actually like bread and butter pickles? I love pickles, and you've seen us do all kinds of pickles on the show. Yeah.
All right, here's my caveat. The only sweet pickles that I like are Wickles, which are, I think technically they start out as bread and butter pickles, but they're super spicy, so it kind of works. But that is it. That is the only. That's it.
These are So
this is trash, garbage.
Yeah.
7 thumbs down. Yeah. 7.
But again, I told you guys, and I did tell you guys that you're going to see stuff like
Tom likes bread and butter pickles. But
I was going to say there's probably some of you out there that probably go like bread and butter. Val, what's your problem? You know,
yeah.
And Val and Julie now.
Well,
but
and Val has a lot of problems, but
yeah. Exactly. But bread and butter pickles. Nah.
Not for us.
No, definitely not. All right, John King has joined us. Welcome, John. Good to see you again. Sorry I was away for 2 weeks, but had to do stuff, and
he had popped over the pond.
Well, I did. I don't know if you were listening.
Yes, you were talking about yes.
Yeah, I was talking about how I got to 6,000 subscribers while I was in the UK, and I was there at the very moment because I knew the guy who said, they were going around the room. Somebody was Michelle, not Matt's Michelle.
Yes,
Michelle was going around the room, or not Michelle Grant. Was going around the room. We're at this restaurant, and she's going like, "Hey, if you subscribe to Val's channel, you need to subscribe." And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at it, and boom, 6,000. And so Cedric Massett was like 6,000. So I thanked him profusely. He was like, I was right there when our 6,000 subscribers subscribed.
I'm enjoying.
You want to do that next?
I'm warming it up with my hands. I'm enjoying looking at the super lamb banana right there.
That one there?
Yeah, he's so cute.
Janice knew what it was. I said, Janice, how do you know what? She says, I have Google.
Ah.
But maybe she did a screenshot and did a Google image.
It kind of looks like instead of a lamb banana, it kind of looks like a fang banana.
Well, there's the lamb part of it, right? If you just cover that up, there's the lamb.
It could be a goat.
And then, there's the banana. Yep. So, super lamb banana. And we will see that on video. Val, you should make candy maggots.
Yeah, that's not really that weird though, because if you fry it up with some sugar, like caramelize them.
Buy candy maggots from like Hot Licks.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you're right. They probably already have them in lollipops.
Yeah.
In fact,
they do.
Seeing them,
They do. They definitely do have them in lollipops. Yeah. So it's not much of a departure. We can do one of those lollipops if you want.
So but it's been done.
It's been done.
It's been done.
I heard that accent a lot, actually. The Dave's spicy bread and butter pickles are good.
I bet you they're like Wickles.
Is it like the devil spit ones? Is that Dave's? The devil spit?
No, I don't think so. I bet
are
they like Grillos?
Is that the devil spit one?
Or Grillos? Because Grillos is
Grillos is good pickles.
Grillos
make really good pickles.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, because we don't like those pickles, but we love pickles. I mean,
they have a pickle de gallo that I've been wanting to try. I should try.
We did an episode of that. We put the pickle de gallo on.
Yes, we did an episode, but you ate it and I did not. So
I
need to have some
on pupusa.
Yeah, that's right.
We put on
Dave's
devil spit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, you choose what you want. I just cut myself with this.
Well, you're heating that up. We might as well eat that.
Okay.
I have a dish here. Show the people what we're going to eat.
Up next is
Philo's walking tamales. I think
you should walk away from
Did we do it on a live stream or did we do an episode?
I don't remember. I know I've eaten them. I don't know if I did an episode or you. I can't remember. Or we both might have even done them or something because when they came out with the different flavors. Irregardless, they're disgusting.
They are.
And there's no helping them. Like there's no heating them up, putting cheese and sauce on them. They are just awful.
They are. The idea is like you're supposed to be out in the street and you just tear one of these open and dig into it, but tuck into it, as they say in the UK. Janice has reviewed those. Yeah, Janice, what did you think? Did you like them?
Now, see, you guys, when you were out on the West Coast, at least, you have it easy because you can just go anywhere and get tamales. Now, out here, I was excited because I'm like, oh my god, when I'm craving a tamale, I could just go grab one. That's great, right out of the can. I would rather eat the can than eat these. And I don't mean the ones out of the can. I mean the actual can that they're in.
Well, you're in luck because we're going to eat those right now.
Not the canned ones. It was funny because we had mentioned that whether or not we wanted to do the canned ones or these, and these were by far more disgusting.
That was a happy sound, wasn't it?
Look at the texture.
It looks like it's made of plastic or wax or something.
The color, that's not nice, and it's slimy looking. You thought it was okay. You know what though, Janice, you are much kinder.
Famous Dave's sweet and spicy are the ones I have good in salad dressing. Oh yeah, well something to take away that sweetness, I would think. Yeah, she's.
And the sad part is when you sniff the bag, it's like, yeah, that smells like it's going to be a tamale, but then it's not.
No, it doesn't smell like that. It smells.
No, it smells like the corn.
Do you have some like sort of like hand cream on?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm smelling.
It's hand sanitizer. I'm clean.
That's what I'm smelling.
I gotta clean my hands.
All right. Well, grab a fork and take a nice
garbage.
little forkful of that. So.
Are we gonna try to Oh God! Look at
oh no, you don't get enough of. I was going to call that meat. I don't know what that is.
Bean.
But that stuff.
It's a bean.
Is it?
It's a bean.
All right, Mr. Bean.
Oh, sorry about the teeth noise.
Those are whole beans. What are they doing in there? Why are there whole beans in a tamale?
And this is supposed to be bean salsa verde.
Are you getting any salsa verde?
I'm getting no flavor at all.
Well, no, we're getting that masa flavor.
Yeah, no salsa verde.
Just like a waxy texture.
Yeah.
A little bit of spice
at the end,
and some other flavor that I can't figure out what it is.
Shoe.
That's what it is. Well, we could put some of that on it.
I mean, we could try.
Yeah.
It's almost a shame to waste this sauce because the sauce is good. I'm only going to put it on this little end because we're going to have to use that for
coupe mélange.
Yeah.
I must know the important question of all. Did you meet Ozzy? No, I did not meet Ozzy.
I think he's in California now.
No, I think
anyways,
he's also.
right?
I think he has a place in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a U.S. guy.
He doesn't get out a whole lot though. I think.
Poor guy.
He has what is
dementia or something along those lines.
What do you call like Parkinson's?
Oh, Parkinson's. Yeah, that's right.
Parkinson's, I think it is.
Yeah, I think he has a hard time getting around.
Val, I had roasted maggots on my pizza yesterday. Good for you, John. Good for you. What did you think?
Probably didn't even notice on pizza.
No. I mean, add some texture or some flavor.
What's wrong with it?
Put a little bit on there.
What's wrong with it?
What do you mean what's wrong with it? I want to come out? Is it open?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't. A bottle's going to explode in our faces, which might not. There you go.
No, it's stuck. What's that? Oh my God!
We're the last people that should be messing around with. It's closed. The top is closed. The top is closed.
Oh,
there you go.
My bad.
Right,
I worked the upper arms there for a little bit.
I can't believe this has whole beans in it. It's just like that's just messed up. It's just wrong and it's messed up.
My dad's coworker makes the best tamales. She always gives us a big bag when she makes them. Oh, Nashies, I am so
homemade
jealous.
is the best. Like Larry Madueño's tamales.
I know.
My cousin Larry.
I want him to send them frozen to me, but nobody does.
My cousin Larry Madueño. He makes the best tamales, and then around Christmas time, we always do this. We go to his house and have tamales and stuff. Really, really good. Not like this. That does help. That sauce does help because that sauce kind of obliterates everything it's on, and you just taste the flavor of that sauce, which is good. Whole beans have no business being in there. That's a flat thumbs down.
Yeah, same.
I mean, it's not a horrible taste. It's just like this waxy kind of.
Get them elsewhere. Get them elsewhere. Pay somebody that can make them for you or something.
Get a can of Hormel tamales or something. It's better than that. Well, but maybe not.
And don't leave the house if you're going to do that.
Maybe not so much.
Don't leave the house.
All right, Jules. What's next on our hit parade?
Let's break it up a little bit and make sure you get your daily dose of veggies.
Awesome.
It smells like
what? The silkworm pupa, maybe?
Oh no, it was the peas. Okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like peas.
Yeah.
All right. So next is canned peas. And in the same category would be frozen peas, but this one's easier. Canned peas. You'll notice that these are all open is because I heated them up because
Hopefully
only a heathen eats these right out of the can.
Is the kitchen intact? Did you heat them in the can?
I heated that. No, I heated.
There was a huge fire.
You might go upstairs and go like, "What the hell is that smell?" Because I heated the silkworm pupa up there as well. We need a Cousin Larry episode. Were we going to do a Cousin Larry episode?
Because you had Vic in there.
Well, when we did the raccoon,
an iguana,
when we
right?
did the roast raccoon or the grilled raccoon,
He wasn't
Vic was in that, but I think Larry was. It was in Larry's backyard.
But I don't think Larry was actually.
I don't think he was in it either.
No.
So maybe I think we're going to be down there maybe around Christmas time, and maybe we'll convince Larry to do
and maybe we'll
episode
convince
with
him
Larry
to
Tamales.
send his poor Eastern-bound cousin some frozen ones.
I'll bring some back. All right. So again, canned peas. The thing is, it's not like I don't like peas. I love fresh peas, especially in a salad. But the first thing you notice right off the bat is the color, right? So fresh peas are almost like a Kelly green. This is the bright green color. In the can, they're like an army green, or like a moss green color. And the texture of them it's like fresh peas. They have that little, a little toothiness to it. This is like mushy. It's not even mushy peas because I like mushy peas. I had mushy peas when I was in
Which
England
just answered Eli's question: is did you have them in?
Of course I did, and like I said, most of the meals I had, I tried to find the most unusual thing on the menu. And although it's not like a full episode on that particular food, when I did like Bristol and Liverpool per se, you'll see that on the plate, and me trying that stuff. But
I would agree with you, Nashies, except for I like using these, especially if you're going to make like a shepherd's pie or something along those lines. And these are really easy just to toss in there because they're kind of already cooked and kind of already have that consistency. So these are pretty good.
I'll agree with you on the easy part, but they're not a substitute for fresh peas, for certainly.
I like eating these out of the can sometimes just for a meal.
Do it then.
I will. Oh, it's already been.
Julie assured me that there's not going to be any waste today because everybody. Well, I don't think you're going to eat the bondegi, but
we can put those outside. Birds will eat them.
No, they won't. Oh, maybe they will.
Yeah, they will. They're bugs. Yeah.
A texture. It's a texture.
Frozen peas for pie. Yeah, that's good too.
I think it's
frozen peas for soup too.
I think it's a texture thing now.
I like them.
It's almost a texture of the silkworm pupa. Go easy there, hon. Go easy there. I like canned peas with mayo and curry powder. Yeah, anything can take the flavor away from the canned peas. You like those?
I do. There's iron and stuff in them. They're not bad.
You mean they add stuff to it? No, they add iron to it?
Peas have iron in them already.
Oh, okay. Hey, save some for the glute melange. I'm going to give that a thumbs down. But you knew I was. I'm going to give that a thumbs down. I think it's a textural thing. The fact that they've been sitting in the water, they're like mushy peas, but they're not like mushy peas. They're just mushy peas.
Thumbs up. I would do a shooter of that whole can of peas in one shot.
Well, you may have to. So there we go. Curry can make almost anything taste good. Well, actually, curry doesn't make anything taste good. What curry does is curry obliterates the flavor of whatever it's sitting on.
I also think the tahini can do that as well.
Julie, get to try that delicious maggot cheese. No, Julie did not, because Julie was here in Massachusetts while I was out in California, and I
missed that one.
Would you have eaten that?
Missed that one.
That's the one I made for Matt Zion from Reckless Eating. And the thing was, I thought I was like this is his dream, bucket list item, maggot cheese, right? But no, it was like, he's like, when I'm expecting it, that's great. But you just threw this thing on me with these maggots crawling around in this cheese.
What was he going to do? Like have a dress or something prepared? I don't understand what he needed I
don't know. But he did eat it. And then he was picking the maggots off of the cheese. And I'm like, the point is
that they
eat it with the maggots.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, so the maggot cheese that we were referring to is Kazumarzu. And to be fair and to be honest with you, we didn't make Kazumarzu because it was not. Well, it was a Pecorino Romano, but it was fully aged. So what they do is they cut the top off while it's aging, and then the flies lay their larvae. Yeah. It's a particular type of fly, which we did not have fly larvae from that particular fly. We used just
run of the mill,
grade A pet store bought maggots. So I don't know if they even told me what kind of fly maggots they were. So it's not. And I didn't leave them in there long enough to defecate and die and all that other fun stuff. So it wasn't like hardcore Kazumarzu, but it was the closest we're probably ever going to come, unless we get out to Sardinia, which I doubt. All right. So what's next, Jules? Really? All right.
Everybody loves it.
Are they the only? Are there companies that make?
I don't think so.
Right.
I've only seen that brand, but I mean, maybe.
We are going to try the abomination, commonly known as circus peanuts. Now, they're marshmallow circus peanuts. So first of all, if you've ever had circus peanuts, you know that the texture is not like a marshmallow texture, right?
It's neither a marshmallow nor a nut.
Now, so these are peanut shaped, although like large peanuts. You know, these are regular peanuts, right?
Those are kind of small, though. If we're being
that's peanut size.
All right, what do you guys think? Look at how these are kind of small, don't you think? I've seen bigger ones. All right, I feel like in stores all right, you know what? We're just gonna move on. Let's just move on.
Yeah, 10% more. Exactly, Nashi. You know, the odd thing about this is that, is it both of them or just Chloe?
Chloe.
Chloe
For
yeah. My granddaughter Chloe loves these. So these won't go to waste. I just can't picture her eating. She would probably eat the whole bag in one
devour
sitting.
that, yes.
All right, well, you got to put them aside. So these are orange colored and they're shaped like peanuts. So just throw it out there. What flavor are orange? Are circus peanuts? They're orange colored and they're peanut shaped. So see if you can guess what flavor they are.
And I'm looking up to see if there are any other companies that make circus peanuts, but it looks like just Spangler.
Really?
Spangler.
Oh, wait, here's more. Spangler and Melster. Melster? Is that right?
Yeah, Melster.
And Melster candies.
And Brock's.
Oh, Brock's makes it too?
Yeah.
Oh, assholes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that out loud. I did say that out loud.
A little bit, but that's okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, we can order for just under $90. You can order
a
20-pound box of circus peanuts. If you have like an ex or somebody you really want to.
That's a violation of international law. Miguel likes them.
You like it?
Nashi says they taste like insulation foam. I don't get insulation foam. Let's.
This insulation foam has that nice tingle. Yep, which is that flavor, which is, did anybody guess yet? Oh, Mig's guessed. Yep, Janice guessed.
Banana.
Yep, you guys right.
Yeah,
because they're block the lamb banana's eyes.
Because they're orange. Because they're orange and they're shaped like a peanut. So why wouldn't they taste like a banana?
Oh, their texture and everything is just so weird.
It says Spangler on these too.
Oh yeah,
they're printed on theirs.
Oh, it hits you right in the spine. Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hey, Steve Russell is here. How are we doing? Look what we're eating. How are we doing?
Like, when I have something that sweet, I don't know if this makes sense to anybody else. I feel like you could feel it hit directly into your spinal cord.
It's not just the sweetness, though. It's the texture. Yeah. It's that kind of like waxy sliminess on the outside. And it's supposed to be marshmallow. So marshmallow, you can do that with. You can't do that with this. This like doesn't give. You could probably use this like to prop up a mattress.
It's like thick but porous at the same time. It's so weird. You know what? It would be like what I would imagine eating a memory foam pillow would be like.
It's chewy. It's like chewy on the outside.
Make Rice Krispie treats with those. I don't think they'd melt though because they're like sealed. Like they have some kind of coating on them.
They're hard. I don't think they would melt.
They'd melt even like with the butter and the high temperature.
Drop them in a cup of hot cocoa.
Oh God! I don't think they do anything. I don't think they do anything still. I think that they're a different breed altogether. It would just settle
as a lump on the bottom or float maybe. I don't know. They all float.
Or maybe it'll turn into something and take over a city. We don't know. We don't want to take that chance.
Those are bad. So I would say that this is my kryptonite, Val's least favorite foods. I would say that if I was going to go with candy, my second one that would be very similar to that would be candy corn.
I like candy corn.
Again, this is stuff that I don't like. Speaking of kryptonite, so I finally used AI. So the thumbnail that I used for the live stream that I did was through ChatGPT. Is it ChatGPT?
GPT.
Yeah. So I finally used, and I thought that it did a really good job. So I just uploaded my face, and it was pretty funny.
It does look like he's about to take
I told him, I said, I want it to be Superman with my face and a T on it, for Trippy food, obviously. Getting ready to eat a plate of food made from kryptonite. So that's what I told it, And that's what it came up with, and I thought they did a good job. So.
She said, just like the old joke, I had a dream, I ate a giant marshmallow and my pillow was gone. And then Miguel said, try circus peanut jello salad.
Do they hate us?
Where is the area I can suggest a soft shell crab sandwich?
Oh, you mean what is the area of the page of our page is if you go to the posts, I think they call it posts. It used to be something
isn't
else.
It above it, like community? Isn't it community? Community.
Yeah, community.
Click the community tab, and then it should be
underneath it. You'll see one of the posts. You have to scroll down a little bit because it was a while ago we posted that, and it's called suggestion box, and the thing is, I don't know, like if you want to go to a restaurant and get soft shell crab sandwich, you want to do that in the Chesapeake Bay. Baltimore maybe would be a good place to do that. Occasionally, I think you might be able to get that at Asian markets.
I was going to say, some of the Asian
markets might have that and everything. So yeah, we'll definitely do that because I've actually had soft shell crab sandwich before, and they're really good. But I'll do that for you guys. The thing that a lot of people can't get past the fact that you're eating it in the shell.
But isn't it kind of like a shrimp shell?
No, it's not like a shrimp shell at all. So basically what happens is that they kill the crab while the crab has molted.
So it's just so soft.
It's before the shell has had a chance to harden.
Yeah.
So it's soft enough that you just, you fry it and it kind of breaks apart. It's a lot like tarantula.
I also have never had tarantula, so I'll just take your word for it.
All right, so let's see. We did the tamales. We did the.
Is it time for your non-alcoholic beverage?
Yeah. So Julie reminded. So we were out trying to find my least favorite soft drink, and Julie reminded me of when we had this, and it was a horrific experience, and we're going to relive that horrific experience right now for you. So this is a.
Why did I decide to join you on this?
This is a malt beverage. So like in a lot of Latin American countries, like Goya makes one, Pony makes one, and it's called like Pony Malta, Goya Malta. It's a malt beverage. Some of them are carbonated, some not carbonated. I don't even remember on this one. I think they were originally made in Germany, which
this
I think
one was made in New Jersey.
The brand is La Alemana, which is Spanish for German. So this is it made in Germany? Jersey City.
All the way from tropical.
Oh, look.
Yeah, Goya.
It's from Goya Foods. Now we know who to blame. So we're going to try this. What happened to? Oh, it's over here.
Over there.
Yeah.
I got trash.
So for Julie and I, this is reliving a nightmare because we've done this.
I said, I don't know why I did this. I wasn't that clear for a while.
Maybe you weren't expecting to make it back early enough to have to try this. Maybe that's what it was.
Are you saving your? You're not saving these, right?
Oh, it smells like somebody left a a little bit like soy sauce or balsamic vinegar.
But I like balsamic. I don't like this.
Look at that.
I don't want to. I have to drink that in a second.
I mean, look at the way it sticks to the side.
Remembering.
Look at it.
Oh, I ate it. I'm remembering how it tastes.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
All right.
Look at the veins popping out of my forehead. Thick. Yeah, it is. It is thick with 3 C's even. You good? Again, I'm not reviving you.
Oh,
of these things.
God, that's horrible. It tastes like iodine. What do you look like with a big sip? What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
No, I've drank iodine before. It doesn't taste anything like that.
That's bad.
I would rather drink the iodine.
It has no redeeming. Who drinks this and enjoys that? Who? This is Extracto de Malta Morena malt beverage. Who drinks this? Who goes back to the store and buys this again once they had it? Oh, I did. But besides me, sorry, I was away from the keyboard making rhubarb pie.
Ooh, that sounds great.
You bet. I hope you brought enough for everybody. I have also tasted iodine. Well, Nashies, you may be able to. I thought iodine is what I.
Mm-mm.
No.
I would much rather drink the iodine again. Do you have thyroid issues too, Nash? You don't have to answer that, but that's why I had to drink one.
Sadly.
Oh, no. Oh, God, help us.
Maybe,
there is no God here, no.
Maybe it'll help.
Look at the color now. Oh, my gosh. Look at that.
Smell it.
Oh, it doesn't leave is the thing. It tastes like somebody found espresso.
It's better.
That was.
That's better with the beer mixed into it. Slow down. You hate yourself?
Yes.
That's beside the
point. It is better, but it's not good.
It's not good.
It's trash.
It's total trash. It's like if I had 2 of these, that I still wouldn't be able to point them far enough down.
7 thumbs down. If I had to give you like this is sort of what it tastes like. If somebody found espresso after a week that they made it and then added like stevia to it, and then
added soy sauce,
a little like a dash,
maybe Worcestershire, Worcestershire sauce,
and that's what that is.
And then left it outside for about a couple of days.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's just
not
bad.
Good at all.
It's just bad. And stored it in a coffee can.
Yeah, no, that would have helped though.
No, metal coffee can.
Oh, can, yes,
metal coffee can. Yeah, yeah, bad, just bad. Rhubarb pie is one of Mr. Nashy's favorites. I like rhubarb pie. You don't see it very often, is the thing.
I know, but rhubarb is so easy to grow.
She says she does have thyroid issues.
Yeah,
so that's it. Which we're probably going to find out that's like.
Feel you, girl.
I'm going to make some cherry pie. Well, good for you, Eli. I think the only pie I've ever made was apple pie, which I made for my Independence Day episode where we had apple pie hot dogs and hot dog apple pie. So that's the only
pie I enjoy is like a lemon or a key lime pie.
Speaking of pie,
I was going to strike
coming up very soon. I went to the Omni Parker House Hotel in Boston. It's been open since the 1850s, and they're the ones that invented Boston cream pie. So it's not just a catchy name; it's actually from Boston. And so I went there and I had a Boston cream pie. So the episode coming soon, a Boston cream pie, durian pie. That might work actually. Durian pie.
Yeah.
You'd have to
have a savory crust, I think, because it's so sweet.
Yeah.
You'd have to have a savory crust on that. Never touch another man's rhubarb.
Well, you know what we could do?
Batman? That was Batman, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The Joker.
No, never rub another man's rhubarb.
Something like that. We could do a durian pie. We could get one of those little, little pie tin, like the
ones you couldn't find.
Table Talk.
Yeah. But we did find those. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of tip, Eli? What are you worried about? Uh-oh.
What is going on?
Reading that out loud?
Yeah, any tips for someone who doesn't bake? Oh, for pies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a tip for you. Go get the ready-made crusts. You go in your refrigerated section, and then you just worry about the filling.
Yeah, and then make sure you poke holes in the top because otherwise.
Oh, yeah, and wait a little bit until it cools.
All right,
don't be a hero,
Jules. What do we have? 3 left, right? Here's the 3.
Yes.
Here's the 3, right?
Let's
do that one because you don't like that either. Let's do that one, and then once we do that, I like
the last 2.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's end with a couple that you like because we shouldn't both have to suffer. Julie is wild.
I am crazy.
Yeah. Hey, Reactive Pets. Welcome.
Hey there. Do we know Reactive Pets? Is this your first time?
This is what we're doing. We're doing Oreo. Now you've seen us do a lot of Oreos on the show because every time Oreo comes out with a different flavor, we have to review it. But it's no secret that why do you have 2? One for me?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought you were going to eat 2. Oh, but you don't mind them though, right?
I don't like them. They changed their recipe, and now they use something vegan, probably oil, I'm assuming, for their filling.
Yeah, vegetable shortening. I think
yes. So now they're vegan friendly, but they used to use animal lard.
They used to use beef tallow. Yeah.
It's okay. So now they're gritty and weird, and I don't like them.
Yeah, it is that gritty sugar texture of the filling in it. So like, no matter what they do, is like if it tastes. Oh, it's a graham cracker cookie. Yeah. Nice. Or it's a shortbread cookie. Nice. But then whatever it is, it's just that artificially flavored inside gritty thing. You're going to eat that separate? I don't mind the cookie so much. The cookie part of it is just as a whole, especially with
Haley said, why aren't you doing a spit take? It's early, Buggy. You just wait.
It's storming, so I will be tempted to make the crust. I hope it's edible. Oh, you're going to make it from scratch. Whoa. Cool. I don't think it's difficult, right? It's butter and flour and what else goes in there?
It's not that it's difficult. It's just time consuming.
I mean, Tom, do you have any episodes where you're making pie crust from scratch? I think they could probably watch your video on making pie crust.
I would like Oreos a lot better if they were just.
Oh, and Nashi's does too. Nashi's has some. Nashi's, you have videos where you're making the pie crust, right? Lots of butter. Add 1 tablespoon of water at a time. Refrigerate dough for a couple of hours before using. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
like I said, not particularly difficult, just time consuming.
That filling
sucks. That's why I ate it first.
It does suck.
Like I like the darker chocolate cookie type of flavor or whatever.
I like the white cookie. What is it?
Oh, the blonde ones or whatever they have.
Whatever they are. I like those better, but that filling, it just has to go. It's bad. It's just bad.
Trash.
How many of you like Oreos? I mean, just basic Oreos.
Raise your hands.
I thought you were raising your hand.
No.
No. How many of you like Oreos? Like your basic Oreo. I'm talking about any of the like mint chip fill. The mint chip one was actually pretty good.
The salted pretzel one was not bad.
Yeah, but I have to put that episode out.
Yeah,
I have to edit that episode. But
we don't tell you how we felt about that.
Reactive Pet loves it. Who's Reactive Pets?
They said that they do watch that this is their first time because I noticed a pretty girl and checked in. Oh, I see you're a pretty girl.
Yeah. Thank you. Raise his hand. Not the filling. Eli doesn't like the filling.
Oh, hi, Adam. Did we say hi to Adam?
I didn't know. Adam snuck into the room. No, we got Adam. Adam came in very early. I think he came in before you.
I didn't say hi to Adam. No. Hi, Adam. Sorry.
Solid pretzel ones are way better than the regular Oreos by far. Most of the flavored ones are better than the regular Oreos, and some of them just don't hit the mark. So they're not what I think. Like Lay's potato chips, Oreos. I think there's a lab somewhere, and they're in there, and they mix these chemicals together, and they go, "Hey, Bob, what does that taste like to you?" And it's like, "Oh, it's almost like blackberry." All right, well, let's do blackberry chips then.
And in that lab, I think that they're under some sort of influence of something because some of the things that they come
Why did I eat that? Why did I put that in my mouth?
Did you have a second one?
No, I finished the one I had.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Oh, where's your thumb? Where's the thumb? Where'd it go?
No. I will tell you that while I was in the UK, and even while I was, because flying back, I flew through Dublin. I had like 4 hours on the ground in the airport at Dublin, and I was looking for the Keogh's chips, the flame grilled Irish steak chips because they were amazing. They're amazing, and they don't sell them in the United States anymore. They just said there's just not a market for it in the US because I contacted the company, but they do have them in Ireland. So I thought they would have them in the airport. They don't even have Keogh's chips at the airport in Dublin. But to be fair, now if you're flying into the United States, especially if you're a United States citizen, when you fly in through Dublin, you go through a pre-check. And the reason you go through the pre-check is so you don't have to go through customs when you get to the US. So you go through this pre-check area, and they do all the stuff there. And then you go down to this kind of basement thing where you catch your flight. And so all the flights going to the United States leave from there, and you've already been checked in. So once you get to your destination, you just get off the plane, grab your bag, and go. But the drawback is in that small area where you have to wait, there's one restaurant, there's one bar, and there's one
like a shop.
I don't even think there's a coffee shop. I think you get the coffee shop at the bar. I mean, coffee at the bar, and then there's a shop where you buy souvenirs and stuff. That's it in that one area. So the last time I came through Dublin, I could walk around the airport, and there was all kinds of cool stuff. I could have a full English Irish breakfast, which is has the black and white pudding.
And they had a Guinness area too, right? A St. James's Gate type of.
Well, they had that one bar they have is a Guinness bar, but that's it. And then the restaurant was ridiculous because they don't serve a full Irish breakfast all day. It's only till 11 a.m. So I missed that. But then I'm looking at the menu of what they have on the full Irish breakfast. They don't have black or white pudding, and
trash.
The sausages they have are turkey sausages. Like
Did they have Irish bacon, like the rashers?
No. And so the thing is, I'm relatively sure that that the reason that was the case is because that area is for Americans
only,
right? That area is for people who are pre-checked coming back into the United States, and they want to eat like Americanized food. So like, hey, I'm eating an Irish breakfast, but it's not a real traditional Irish breakfast. So
bogus.
Very, very disappointing.
Where's our thumb?
Here is our.
You didn't thumb the Oreo.
We did not thumb the Oreo. You want to go first?
Middle down. I mean, they're classic, but they're not because they changed the recipe. So they make me sad.
Down. I don't even think beef tallow would help. I honestly don't.
No, I do because I think back in the day they were different, and all right, maybe our tastes have changed in our old age, but you know.
Now, what I want to do is I want to find Hydrox. So they actually still make Hydrox. So Hydrox.
Do where?
I don't know if
I have not seen them in stores.
Well, you can't find them in stores. You can buy them online, but you have to buy like a box of them for like $50, and I'm not willing to do that. But Hydrox is still around. They actually still make them. So what people don't realize is that they made Hydrox before they made Oreos, but for some reason Oreos maybe had better marketing or something and became more popular. But Hydrox was the original, black and white cookie like that. And I'm just curious as if it's better than Oreos, but they're really, really hard to find.
So Tom says he has to make a full English breakfast as requested by Janice on the 14th, and he can't find black pudding.
Maybe you can make black pudding. Can you find pork blood, Tom? You could make black pudding.
Does he have the sausage thing though, where you have to because filling sausage?
No, but it's not in sausage form. It's they're like the cakes.
Yeah, that's true. Patty. But that's because they're cut from the sausages. Typically.
You might be able to make them, Tom. Is there like an English pub near you?
Or can you buy them frozen somewhere
and have them shipped?
Yeah, like Amazon or something. It might be worth a shot looking online as well. What would be in Val's full Trippy breakfast?
Ooh, that's a good question.
There's no good food here, Tom says. I feel that way sometimes.
But I'm trying to think of. He'd have to get if he hadn't made it himself, he'd have to get pork blood. And I'm not sure what else is in it. I know it's pork blood, but
I'm sure there's a million recipes online, so you could probably make it to taste too. I mean, that's a good thing about sausage, though, is that you can kind of put your own spin on it. Just to make it black pudding, you're just going to need the blood, but other than that, put your own spin on it. He
might be local, like maybe Tom. Maybe see if you can find a local butcher shop. Maybe you'd have better luck finding a butcher shop than to find going to a grocery store and finding the pork blood. I know you'd be around an Asian market. That
line from Tommy Boy. You can get a good look at a butcher, but we won't go any further. But yeah, no. There's lots of hog farms. Oh, but I don't know if Mrs. will let me make it here. Yeah.
Well, maybe
don't get him in trouble.
No. Here's a suggestion: is maybe you could have the hog farmer make it for you.
That is a good suggestion.
Because maybe if he's a hog farmer, he might be making pork, pork stuff to send out. I don't know if he just sends out the hogs the way they are and everything, but.
Or he may know. Oh my Lord. He might know.
May.
Where he's sending the pork products, and maybe he's got a finger on the pulse of where to get good meats.
Yeah.
Meats.
Oh, I like black pudding too. Well, I like I have never had like a bad blood sausage. So we saw
white pudding's good too. They're all really good.
At when we went to H Mart, the
Sundae. Yeah. That's good. That's
which
good
is a Korean blood sausage. Morcilla. Which is in a lot of the Spanish-speaking countries, so like Spain, Mexico, Colombia, they all have morcilla, which is a blood sausage. And then in the Philippines, they have a dish called dinuguan, and dinuguan is it's like a stew made with pork blood and pork and everything. It's really good. So. You get that kind of iron taste in it, but it's not like overwhelming or anything. I've never really had like a pork blood dish that I thought was like not
no,
good.
And that's what I mean. I think it's what you put in it. Like you get what you
Yeah, Tom. Tom, I would say like the if there's a hog farmer near you, I would check there and even ask if he could make it. So.
Hi, Jared. Welcome.
Otherwise, I don't know if they have a big market for it. But when you go to Asian grocery and they have pork blood, somebody's sending it to them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Jared, welcome. All right, you get to pick next. I would go, since we already have that sweet taste from that, and now I would go with this.
I'll keep going. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we're in the sweet
I thought
mode,
you'd
right?
finish it off with a dessert.
For me,
I can't get the taste of that crappy drink out of it.
that is really. Did you try the mix?
I did. It's not good still.
Well, no, but it's better than All right. Oh, well, we didn't say what we're doing here, so.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So this is one of my big.
You're gonna have to guess.
This is one of my big kryptonites. Is caramel, caramel stuff. So I spoiled your thing. Right? In Colombia, they're dropping these all over the place. In Colombia, they have a dish called brevas con arequipe, and what it is it's preserved figs, and it's like figs in syrup, which we saw what we saw yesterday.
Lord.
Preserved figs, so it's figs in syrup, and then they put this caramel sauce on it. Now, to be fair, arequipe is not just caramel; it's like caramel with milk, which is a different thing.
Like a tres leches type of thing.
Yeah. Well, no, tres leches doesn't have any caramel in it; it's just milk.
Well, yeah, but sometimes they put caramel on there on the tres.
Maybe. But arequipe is there's an English name for it as well. It's like it's not just because caramel is just sugar. That's all it is.
Brown
sugar. It's sugar. Yeah, it's sugar that's melted and
with milk.
And browned. No, it doesn't always have milk. Like I look at the ingredients. I don't know that this one has milk. So caramel does not necessarily have milk. It's when they add the milk to it that it makes it's like a caramel sauce. And arequipe in Colombia, it's caramel with milk.
I'm just waiting for him to finish so I can prove him wrong. So
prove me wrong.
Corn syrup, sugar, skim milk.
Oh, there you go.
Palm oil, whey, salt.
No way.
Artificial and natural flavor, soy lecithin, and contains milk and soy. Why soy?
No citric acid? No. How is that possible?
There's not.
I can't get this open, so I guess I shouldn't try.
I'm going to open one for you.
I think that I know some of you are out there going like, Val, caramel? Really?
Who doesn't
What's the
love
problem?
a nice caramel apple in the fall? That's the best.
Me.
A nice green crispy apple.
It's the sweetness. So I don't like things that are overly sweet.
No,
This is just sugar.
Oh my God!
It's a cube of slightly burnt sugar.
It really isn't though, because I don't like sugar like that. I don't like sugar like that, but this is nice.
Yes, it is caramel, pets, but I don't like caramel.
Val, really, it's caramel. See?
No.
Yeah, see?
I don't like caramel.
He's such a baby.
And then you have to chew it.
He can eat a whole tarantula, but he's upset about caramel.
It's like the texture of saltwater taffy, which I like.
It's like the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's
just sugar.
And taffy isn't?
Well, taffy has some interesting flavors. This is sugar flavored sugar.
It's milky flavored
then
sugar.
It's stuck in your teeth. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all.
Well,
I did something with caramel. We had an episode where I did something with caramel, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, you don't like caramel flavored things. I don't like caramel flavored things because I don't think it tastes like caramel. I think it's a load of garbage. Like caramel corn. It doesn't taste like caramel.
Is caramel corn like candy corn that's caramel flavored?
Well, put it in my mouth. I can't talk now.
Well, all right. What is candy corn, right? It's just sugar and wax, isn't it?
It's barely candy and it's not corn. But it has this place.
And it's like, I can go reach for something to drink, but...
Oh, you have this, though.
Oh, okay. Hand me that. Thank you.
We both choked to death. It's just silence and
for me that's
deceased.
For me, that's a thumbs down trending upward. It's not a horrible taste. It's just too sweet for me. So I'm going to say thumbs down trending upward on that one. And I'm sure yours like big thumbs up.
Thumbs up. It's caramel for the love. For the love. It's versatile. You can use it for a lot
If I
of
didn't
things.
see the results of your DNA test, I would have big questions.
It's a great thumb. Sorry.
I have a little thumb.
I know.
That's
That's just a great thumb.
That is a great thumb. And yours isn't broken and glued back together.
I know.
Like mine
Well,
is.
not yet, but you know.
That's true. It's right there.
Give it some time.
It's next to me.
We're both together, so.
All right. And this is the last one?
Is this the last one? Yeah.
This is the last one. We are doing probably what you guys know to be like outside of Bondegi, my second biggest kryptonite. Let me get this bag off of it. I tried to suffocate it, but it's still breathing.
So silly.
That's right, folks. It's SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs. I don't know if any people remember that.
Hold on. Show of hands. Who's eaten this cold out of the can before?
I don't know you. I don't know who you are.
Come on.
I know this is your house.
People have been on the struggle bus before. Have eaten this cold out of the can.
Exactly, Nashies. So there used to be a commercial back in. I don't know if how you remember that, Nashies, but there used to be a commercial back in the 70s, and it was a song. It was jingles.
It continued through the 80s and whatnot.
The song went. Oh, do you remember the song?
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, but you remember the rest of the song. The neat round spaghetti you can eat with a spoon. SpaghettiOs.
How do you remember that? And then you don't remember where your shoes are.
My shoes are right there, but they're right underneath my. I remember taking you guys saw me take my shoes off because you guys were making comments about me like disrobing in front of me. So I know where my shoes are.
This is not OnlyFans.
I know where that pair of shoes. Well, that we're talking about.
Put your shoes back on.
We're not doing foot pics.
No.
So
that's 10,000. Maybe 10,000. We'll think about that.
Don't make promises I have to keep.
Don't walk through a vat of SpaghettiOs for 10,000.
Do not make promises.
Yes, Nashies have eaten cold out of the can. Miguel has eaten it cold out of the can. Jared's dad has eaten it cold out of the can.
Don't tell me that you like SpaghettiOs. Don't tell me.
Dude,
that.
People have. This is not like it's not like
that's not food. It's not food. All right. My Italian mother who just died last year is going to rise from the grave and take me with her for eating SpaghettiOs.
I went camping with a friend. Our food was SpaghettiOs. The cans froze, so we had it half frozen. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, that's probably not good at all, actually.
Nashies, I know.
It's nostalgia, exactly.
Wait, hang on. So she's getting around answering the question of whether she likes it or not. She's not saying she likes it. She's saying it's nostalgia. So it's like comfort food. It's something you remembers eating growing up. But if she's being honest with herself, she's not saying it's good. Right?
No, all right. Nobody's saying this is like a filet mignon on a bed of mashed potatoes.
Nobody's saying it's good.
But it's not like, it's like you eat it, and if you're having like a tough day or you're on the struggle bus and, it just brings you back.
Hang on. I got to do something for Ice Hand here.
Great.
And there's another one. Great,
like thanks, Ice Hand. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Well, you didn't believe me.
It's like cheap, weedy tomato soup. Yeah, like a cheesy tomato soup. I had to tell him that it's a cheese tomato sauce. It's not just tomato sauce. So look how happy he is. See? Pasta and tomato and cheese sauce. What?
That's another thing. Tomato and cheese sauce. Do you see cheese?
You're not going to see cheese.
What do you mean you're not going to see cheese?
It's going to melt anyways.
But you remember your grandmother. You remember going over to your grandmother's house and her making pasta.
Right.
And you
Nobody
remember
is saying
the cheese came out of a grated cheese.
Yes.
And
right.
You can see the cheese. And here it's blended in with the sauce.
All right, just relax. It's going to be okay.
No, it's not.
It's going to be okay. Dude, I could literally I'm going first. Give me this. Give me this.
That
right
won't go
now.
to waste. Right?
No, it won't.
Is it still hot?
It's warm. That's the good stuff. Yeah, no one's saying it's Italian food.
That's the what?
That's the good stuff.
No, this is SpaghettiOs.
It's good. It just brings you back. Like you're a little kid.
I grew up in an Italian American household. This does not bring me back.
Oh my God. You don't even have to chew it. Why are you chewing? What are you chewing for? Just swallow it. You don't even have to work. You just swallow it. Warm childhood memories. Exactly. It's like a bowl of Campbell's chicken noodle soup and watching Wheel of Fortune or no. What was the one with what's her face? The Price is Wrong. Bob Barker. What was that? Was that?
Who's the bitch now, bitch?
Yeah. But what was that? What was the
The Price is Right.
Price is Right. When you're homesick, like that. That's what it is. It's like that. Price is Right. Thank you guys. You guys. Thank you. If you guys could just do that for me on a daily basis because I forget everything, that would be great. Yes, that's what that is. That's just comforting. Yeah, no. 8 thumbs up. 8 thumbs way up.
Mother blood. That's bad. It's just bad. The thing is, the pasta. I like al dente pasta, right? And I get that some people. Well, apparently you. I get that some people don't like al dente pasta and they like the pasta, a little bit softer. But that's mush. That's like you don't need teeth to eat that. Al dente means to the teeth. That's what al dente means.
I'm getting an epiphany. You don't need teeth to eat this. I'm thinking when he goes in the home, probably next week, I'm gonna make sure that his teeth are sensitive. Make sure you get nice soft foods like canned peas.
You're trying to
and SpaghettiOs.
Are you trying to get yourself out of the will? Is that what you're doing? So you're trying to work yourself out of the will?
So good. So make sure those are his favorite foods, and he might sound like he's screaming or crying, but it's because he's crying with joy.
I'm crying inside because I want to die.
Just take your pills.
Can I
take your pills and be good.
Can I just die, please?
8 thumbs way up. Way up. Oh yeah.
It's SpaghettiOs.
It goes right to the heart.
I mean, you know what? We're gonna go to what's the name of that Italian deli that's up in Saugus on Route 1?
Pachi's.
Yeah. We're gonna go to Pachi's. We're gonna get the. Well, didn't I get those last time?
Yes, you made them before. The girl. There's an episode. The girls
didn't like them.
Of course not, because these are nostalgic.
Yeah.
It hits you right in the kid. That's where they hit you, right in the kid.
Mm-mm.
Where do you keep your kid? My kid's right around here somewhere.
My kid's right there.
Don't hit your kid.
No, my kid's right there.
Don't you hit your kid.
Well,
hello, Pierre. How are you?
Hey, Pierre. Welcome. It's good to see you online. I always see you always leave comments, but nice to see you as part of our live
face to face, if you will.
So welcome, Pierre. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, not good.
Great.
So now you know what time it is, right?
It's 5:31.
No. I mean, besides that.
Oh God. How is this even going to happen?
Badly. It is time once again for Goop Mela. I mean, I made the promise that I was gonna eat all the foods that I don't like for you guys. So do not put the whole can in there. But think of the girls, right? They're gonna want some of that SpaghettiOs. Think of anyone but me. Go easy on that. What's the matter with you? All right, get some peas.
So afraid of some sketties. I'll cut up the caramels if you want to do other stuff then.
All right, the walking taco.
You're probably going to need just a soft knife for the worms and all the other stuff you have is
worms.
soft.
What worms?
The bugs.
Oh no, you're just going to put them in. Just
you're not cutting them up? They're going to be whole?
Yeah.
Robert De Niro as well. You think he looks like Robert De Niro?
I don't see that so much.
Sometimes I see what's
Egon.
his name? Yeah, definitely Egon.
Yeah, and I get that. I get that a lot now. I don't really get the Jay Leno thing since I posted the picture of me standing next to him where I look nothing like him.
No, actually, he's in this area. He followed you here.
He is.
Yeah.
What's he doing here?
I guess a show.
Oh.
He missed you, and then I also sometimes
he was very gracious.
Sometimes I saw especially when he was younger and Bruce Campbell is younger. They have something similar going on. And I don't know what it is.
So how come I don't look like Bruce Campbell now?
Like the chin? No, you guys have very different chins. I don't know.
I used to get
maybe it's your head shape.
Who's the guy from Chips?
Oh,
Eric Estrada.
Yeah.
Used to get Eric Estrada.
And Father Guido Sarducci.
Yeah, that's when I had the mustache and dark hair, though.
You also got Captain Hook when you had the mustache.
And or it was
Jafar.
Allie. Yeah, Allie one time said. No, I'm trying to remember
what they said.
Oh, I said, Allie thinks I look like Captain Hook. Do you think I look like Captain Hook? No, you look like your father. Like, oh, thanks, I think.
So you had a Disney villain thing going on for a little
Yeah, and then there was the Frank Zappa thing.
Yes.
And the Yanni thing.
And Yanni, yep.
And the Yanni thing.
Chips Estrada,
Although,
I see it.
to be fair.
I met Bruce Campbell, such an amazing, nice person. I'm jealous. He seems like a really cool down to earth dude.
He's on the kind of like, hey, you guys want to hang out for some beers? I've met a few people like that who just kind of like wanted to. Met one person who wanted to hang out, and it was creepy that they wanted to hang out because.
Who?
The hedgehog.
What? I might have missed the first.
That was
part.
His nickname. Was the hedgehog. Ron Jeremy.
Oh.
Yeah, he just generally seemed like a lonely kind of guy, and he was like, "Hey, you want to hang out? You want to go get a drink somewhere?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And I told somebody I met him. I was like, I shook his hand, and they're like, "You did wash afterwards, right? You did."
That'd be one of those like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bugs.
Did you get you had one of the caramels in there?
Yeah. Look.
What? Oh, you did put caramel in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Peanuts.
Yeah, here, you're going to need the knife. Yeah. That's peanuts.
That's peanuts.
You're going to need the knife for that. You want to just do one?
Yeah.
Don't do it on the table. Do it on that. You're going to cut into the table.
Okay.
Are we going to do it a whole Oreo?
Yeah, just crush it up. Just smash it or something. Smash it up.
Well, the thing is that the filling doesn't mash.
You're gonna need here.
What's that? Or to mix it up?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, just put it in there. I got
goop.
I got Oreo all over my hands.
On his goopy hands.
Thou almost got SA.
I don't know, but
we'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, it probably has to do with Ron Jeremy, so let's not go there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I met some people that were just wonderful people. They just like, they don't know me from it. Like Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke was amazing. So he was just like so friendly. Yeah, let's get a picture. Big smile on his face and stuff. Chubby Checker was like, come on over here. Let's get a picture. And you know, a lot of people like that. The guitarist, Les Paul. Les Paul was like that too. Very, very friendly. Talked to everybody.
What was his name? The one from 30 Rock. T. His name begins with a T. What was his
Tracy
name?
Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. Super nice guy too. Very down to earth.
Yeah. Also met some people that were just like, well, I'm glad that's over with. Like Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain was not a happy man. I mean, he was battling demons, and he would. I know people who have worked with him, who said it was nice to work with him, but honestly, like when I met him, and he was in an event where he's supposed to meet people, it's a meet and greet, and he looked like he wanted to be anywhere else but there. Oh, that looks nasty. That looks nasty. I met BB King so many times over the years, and he always remembered. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's nice.
I suppose I go for it. No, you cannot have that.
This is fingers. You're mama's fingy boy. You're mama's fingy boy. Yes,
you just see the side of his head.
It's all right. He's giving me lovin's. You get to go first, and it's a big congratulatory on their 6K. Get out of the peas.
I'm telling you, he wants in on that. This is going to be.
You can't have that.
This is. I'm trying to psych myself up for this because it's going to.
You don't want it. Trust me. You don't want that.
No, I don't. You're right.
Not you. Fang doesn't want it.
No, I don't want it either.
No, you don't want it. You don't.
Janice is super nice. Yes, Janice is super nice. We have many.
Yeah. That Val guy though, kind of a. I wouldn't meet him.
We had so much fun. Like when Tom came to LA, and Tom and Janice and I got together, it was just so much.
Right, Janice?
Whole day was a lot.
That guy Val from that YouTube show, total diva.
You could tell that was one miserable man. He had the charisma and charm of dirty. Are you talking about Bourdain?
Bourdain, probably,
yeah. He was. Well, one of the episodes he did in Colombia, he went to in Cartagena. He went to La Cevicheria, which is run by one of Claudia's classmates. So,
cool.
Yeah. So when we went to Cartagena, we ate at his restaurant, and he was telling us about Bourdain. He goes, "Oh, he's a nice guy. We did a bunch of stuff together. A great guy and everything." So I think the people who were working with him, he was a nice guy. But to everybody else, he's like, "I don't have time for you, and I don't want to deal with it and stuff like that."
So congratulations to Val on 6K, and thank you all to get us here right now to this moment. To this lovely, beautiful moment we're about to share together.
I'm doing this for you, so I thank you profusely for your support and for being subscribers and everything, and for being a great community. Thank you. So I'm saying that like oh well, you sound like you're gonna die. Yeah, I feel like I am.
You might.
I feel like I am.
Yeah.
Ow.
That sounded painful.
You just smashed your head on something metal.
I'm trying to stop them from fighting again.
Maybe bring them out.
They're not following me.
Something's getting stuck in my teeth.
It's the bug. Yeah, that sound effect was awesome, right? That was her skull hitting metal. All right, let me make sure I get a bug. Chloe, you want to try a bug?
Not really.
Oh, I didn't get a peanut. Did you get a peanut? I didn't see peanut on his thing. Did you?
On mine?
Yeah, I didn't see the orange.
What peanut? Oh, there's everything's in there. I'm getting, you know what the weird thing is? You know one of the strongest flavors in there is peas.
The smell.
Oh God. That's bad.
Hey!
What are you growling about, bro?
What the hell's up with that?
Here, give him this and make him follow you. Nope. Here, go with Chloe. Oh, not good.
Nope. So sometimes, you know, when I'm doing the gout melange, I'll have like 2 bites of that. That's not going to happen today.
No.
That is just not going to happen.
Oh, I had.
She gave the dog some of the walking taco.
Let the dog, yeah, just the taco.
Bourdain is the one that got me into food. Oh, well,
his show was entertaining. Don't get me wrong, his show was very entertaining. I especially liked when he traveled to other countries and things and things like that. I thought it was very enentertaining. It just
the thing
like
is, he was really snarky, like about people like Rachel Ray and Flavor Town guy. What's his name?
Guy Fieri.
Now, here's the thing about Rachel Ray and Guy Fieri, right? They're blue collar guys, right? I mean, blue collar people. They're kind of chefs. They're kind of cooks. They make stuff, basic stuff, and they're okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's basically, you know, they're just doing basic stuff for basic people. But Bourdain was just like, you know, if they don't know how to make a pâté de foie gras or something, he's going to criticize them. Why are you doing that?
I want them to join us on that journey that we just experienced.
Get your spoons, everybody. I'm a recovering alcoholic. When you're battling stuff, you're on edge, even when you're a nice person. Yeah,
I get that.
I didn't get that he was. Well, again,
I
can't say he was not a nice person. It's just that he just didn't want to be around people. I thought that was my impression. Is he just didn't want to be around people. So,
yeah.
Again, all the chefs and people that he worked with and met him said what a great guy he was. I just from personal experience, I didn't experience that.
And but like we said, it could be anxious. So there's a lot of celebrities out there that are very anxious. So when people are approaching them all the time, like I can't imagine what that's like. Gave me anxiety as well.
Yeah. The interaction that you had with Bourdain had with Fieri. You had the same. So you met Guy Fieri and he was the same way. See, Guy Fieri seems to me like the kind of guy you could have a beer with, right? But maybe not.
Well, you met
I worked with him.
No, you met
Andrew Zimmern. Andrew Zimmern.
Nice, yeah.
So again, Andrew Zimmern is the kind of guy that you could have a beer with if Andrew Zimmern was not a recovering alcoholic and did not drink beer, but he was really wonderful. So I was on. For those who don't know, I was on one of the
So Bizarre
Foods episode. It was if you guys want to look it up, it's called I think it's called Hidden LA. So if you look up the Hidden LA episode, I was on that. So I took Andrew Zimmern out to hunt grunion.
This is trying to come back up, I think.
It's not good. To hunt grunion, and we did that. But working with him, he was just a really, really nice guy. And so it was funny because I had met him previously at a food event. Just met him briefly, got a picture taken with him, got his autograph and everything. And then I said, I actually met you a couple of years ago at a food. And he goes, I'm so sorry, Valentino. I don't remember. I'm like, dude, you meet 1,000 people a day. It's like the fact that you don't remember is
Adam Richmond was nice too, you said. Yeah.
Oh, Adam Richmond was awesome. We talked for like 40 minutes. I just met him on the street corner, and I was walking past him, and I said, hey, does anybody tell you that you look like Adam Richmond? And he goes, yeah, well, that's because I'm Adam Richmond. And we just started up a conversation. We were talking for about 40 minutes. Then finally one of his guys said, Adam, come on, we gotta go film. So and then this is so random. He reaches into his coat pocket. He says, Valentino, have you ever had aardvark, secret aardvark sauce? And I'm like, is it made with aardvark? And he says, no, that's just what they call it. Have you ever had it? And I said, no. And he reaches into his coat and he pulls out a bottle, like an unopened bottle of secret aardvark sauce, and hands it to me. And I'm like, how random is that? And the funny thing is, I had
like
never
one of
had,
his favorite sauces.
yeah,
now.
I've never had it before that, and it's like the perfect table sauce. It's like good on every eggs, meat, whatever. It just it goes good on everything. It's habanero. The regular one's habanero. It delivers just enough heat, lots of flavor. It was a really, really good one. But the only my introduction to it was that Adam Richmond handed me a bottle of it that he pulled out of his coat, which is like just bizarre. But
I just like that you took a sauce out of somebody's jacket. Didn't matter who it was, but you were going to try it anyways.
Well, if it was just a guy I met on the street corner and he didn't introduce himself or anything, yeah, probably.
Exactly. You would still try it.
Yeah. Here,
I know you were going to be like, I wouldn't.
Try this hot sauce.
Yeah,
It's what I spread around to try to keep the rats away.
Exactly. It smells good. I'll give it a whirl. Thanks.
Yes, Eli. Adam is a nice guy.
Who doesn't love jacket sauce? Hey, exactly. Jacket sauce is pretty much the best sauce. I like the fact that he pulled it out of his jacket. It was like secret aardvark sauce because it did seem like something like
it was secret.
Were you in a back alley when he gave it to you? That's crazy.
Secret. That's
not a secret anymore. Now you've told everybody. Now the secret's out.
So I almost forgot because on Matt's live stream yesterday, Matt was there's some people, some of our subscribers that when they're making comments, they say Matt, like or Zion, and they expect that you know who that is. Some of them to a point of being obnoxious. I won't mention names, but they say Matt like everybody's supposed to know who they're talking about. Well, that's because we have a very close relationship with Matt Zion of Reckless Eating. And so I was I hadn't participated in their live stream for a long time. He does a live stream while he's doing games, right?
Hilarious.
So I popped in last night,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody in there, I don't know if they're on here right now, and they're on right now, but somebody was asking like, so what's the deal, Val? You're going to talk about your secret move and everything? It's not really a secret. It's just that I didn't really make it public because there was a lot of uncertainty to it. I didn't know when things were going to happen or when things were going to happen in a row. So the thing is, I am now living in Massachusetts. I am living with Julie.
Yay!
So instead of Julie, my daughter living in my basement, I'm living in Julie's basement.
Living in my daughter's basement.
I'm not living in her basement, but kind of air quotes living in her basement. So I am, I'm based in Boston. Let's just call it Boston, right?
Yeah.
We'll just call it Boston.
The New England area.
Just So that's the whole story. It's somebody was asking why. Somebody's asking why. And the reason is because living in California and getting very close to retirement age, it doesn't work that way.
And it's not even easy that easy here, but it's much easier than there.
Yeah. And so the thing is like maybe this is going to be, I was going to say final resting place. I didn't mean the place where I'm going to rest.
Oh no,
I don't mean like,
don't worry, we got a nice big backyard. It's fine.
Yeah.
It'll be a
so it might not be here per se and everything, but this is kind of the interim while we're checking other options and stuff. And for now, I'm here with Jules, and it's nice.
I got a nice tree out back picked out for him underneath, faces the sunset. He's gonna love it. And everything is
cool. Well, again, so Nashi, you live with your dad, but are you living in your dad's house? Because that's the typical thing. That's the typical arrangement. It's like not that your dad is living in your house. That's different.
I think it goes full circle sometimes, and a lot of times, like people buy in-laws so their parents can come back in and for their older years and stuff,
Reactive Pet says, Val, what about Vietnam? Well, let me tell you, in Vietnam,
Steve,
and that's all I have to say about. And that's
where would I put him then? Like use him as a hat rack? Oh, what about? I'd have to dust him and everything.
So as far as retirement goes, Vietnam would be a possibility. It just maybe a little bit too foreign for me. I'm not opposed to another country. I'm not opposed to it at all. But I don't know. That's like I've never visited Vietnam, so I don't know. So it might be worth a visit to Vietnam. I've never been to Asia before. I would love to go to Asia and check it out. But who knows? I mean, they got a lot of poisonous stuff there and stuff. And I don't mean the foods. I mean the animals. And
so
stuff.
doesn't Australia.
I thought you were. Well, maybe Janice. Maybe eventually. Baby steps.
Steve says if I stuffed you, I could curl you up on the fridge.
That's true.
Or I could make him like lay down long ways and use him as like a doorstop to keep like the cold air from coming in during the winter.
How would you preserve me though, so I wouldn't like every time my head got hit by the door, it would just like turn into mush?
If it rolled off, it rolled off.
My head's mush anyways. My head's SpaghettiOs.
When it rolls off, it just rolls off. That's
my head's mush like SpaghettiOs right now.
Would you stop hating on them? Gosh.
So yeah, not everything else. Everything is fine. Life with Claudia is fine. Life with the dude is fine. So it's all good. But it's just for somebody.
There's still
for somebody approaching my age, things aren't so easy anymore. So it's like we've resigned ourselves to the fact that we will never own a house. Actually,
nothing wrong with that nowadays.
At my age now, it's like, why would I want to buy a house? Like a 30-year mortgage? Like that's optimism, isn't it? So, I don't know. Does Doodle get along with Julie's dogs? No.
Fang would eat him.
No.
Fang would eat him.
Yeah.
Fang will eat him.
So that's a hard no.
Yeah.
Colombia is very nice, beautiful people, but I don't know about the substance. The substance.
Are you talking about black gold?
I don't think they're talking about a substance. I think they're talking about I'm not sure. Reactive, like what you mean specifically about substance. I have visited Colombia a lot. I mean, a lot. I've spent a lot of time. Oh, well, you mean the thing is like
that's everywhere now. That's everywhere now.
The thing is I'm not going looking for drugs, right? So all the times I've been to Colombia, nobody's come up to me asking for drugs. I've never seen a drug gang war while I was there. I've never gone looking for drugs unless you consider the coca tea a drug, but it's really
but that's the plan. No, I don't think so. And it's the same thing goes for Mexico, because I love Mexico, and people are like, oh, you're gonna go there and you're gonna get beheaded and all this kind of stuff. It's like, unless you're going to a place looking for trouble, waving money around, acting like a jerk, or being intoxicated and just wandering around like an idiot, unless you're looking for trouble, you're really not going to find it.
If you're looking for trouble, you'll find it.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter where you are.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter where you are. So like I said, I've been to Colombia a lot. I've learned Spanish in there.
I can't wait to go visit.
There's a lot of the people that Claudia has family down there. Claudia has friends down there, people that she's gone to school with and everything. Mm-hmm. And I get along with them great. And my Spanish has increased, and I just love the culture. I've just been immersed in the culture. It's not a culture I've grown up with, even though I have a Hispanic last name and I was raised by an Italian American.
Well, that's because the Hispanic part of the family wasn't really in the picture.
No, I didn't even know my father's side of the family until I was in my 40s. Right. I never even met anyone from my father's side of the family until I was in my 40s. So that was like a big learning experience for me. But like I said, in Colombia, and that's all I have to say about
Eli,
that.
back in the day, yes. Back in the day, yeah. But
but that's the thing is.
But back in the day, they also used to put mercury or whatever and stuff like.
But you mentioned Colombia, and people go like, "Aren't you afraid with all the drugs and everything?" And like Escobar died in the 1980s. It's like. And
if coffee prices keep going up here. Yeah,
I'm going to be a coffee mule.
I'm going to have to be making some serious friends with people.
I'm going to be a coffee mule.
Yeah, I'm going to send you back down there and back, and fill them up with coffee.
Is it true that Coca-Cola produces a certain white substance?
Well, that's what I was talking about.
No, not as a byproduct. They
back in the day, they made it with coca leaves.
They still do. They're the one company in the United States that is allowed to buy coca leaves from the Colombian government. I think I'm not sure exactly where they come from, but they are allowed to do that. They still use coca leaves in the production of Coca-Cola. The thing about coca leaves is not cocaine. You could extract it from it, but it would take like a ton of leaves just to extract enough, cocaine for it to be, of any use. I think
Same thing
the medical industry can still do it, because I think if I'm not mistaken, the dentists still use it.
Novocaine.
I don't think it's Novocaine. I don't think Novocaine's made with cocaine, but maybe that's the cane part.
Yes, yes,
Is it?
it is.
Is
Yes.
it? Oh, okay. So I think like the dentist, whatever, and Coca-Cola they're allowed to import coca leaves, but nobody else is allowed to import coca leaves. But I would tell you that if you visit Colombia, you can buy food products that have coca leaves in them. There's not enough for it to have any kind of like cocaine type.
But it does actually help you get over your altitude sickness.
Correct.
Because you'll have altitude sickness when you go to Colombia.
The first time I went to Colombia, Bogota is at an altitude of 9,000 feet above sea level, and then so we've done a lot of episodes in Colombia. You can just check out our episodes. Bogota is at a 9,000 feet above sea level, and then Montserrat, which is a town in the middle, or Monserrate, I think it is a like a mountain, not even a mountain. It's 1,000 feet high. Over the city of Bogota.
So it's not like that fake mountain that we have in New England.
So you figure 10,000. You're at the top of there. It's 10,000 feet above sea level, and it takes some getting used to it. And I remember the first time I went to Bogota, I could go up one flight of stairs, and I don't mean like a flight of stairs like one floor to another. I mean just like front porch steps. You just go up on the front porch steps and be completely winded by the time I got to the top of it.
Because the air's thin.
And my father-in-law gave me some coca tea, and you can buy coca tea there. You can even bring it back, into the States. They don't have a problem with bringing it back in the States. But what it does is it opens up like the capillaries in your lungs and allows you to breathe easier and everything. And it made a big difference. And maybe just going back and forth a lot. I've become acclimated to it, but I don't even need the coca tea anymore. I just go in there and, after a day or so.
How does it taste? What would you compare it to? Yeah.
It's like an herbal tea.
Like a chamomile?
Yeah. Very similar to like a chamomile or something like that. So, and again, there's no like cocaine effects, whatever those are. I wouldn't know. But there's no like cocaine effects or anything else. There's no numbing of anything. And I think that's what cocaine does, or like numb stuff. Is that what they?
Well, that's what they use it for now.
Novocaine,
and lidocaine and novocaine, like Isan was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, they give you the leaves to breathe. Yeah, exactly, Nashis. So like, if you ever go to Machu Picchu, the Incas, what they would do is they would take the leaves and I think maybe some lime, that like mix it with lime or something else, and then they would just chew the leaves. And put them in their cheek and just chew on the leaves, and it would help them with the altitude and everything. So and the funny thing is everyone thinks Machu Picchu is really high. Machu Picchu is about 7,000 feet above sea level, whereas Bogota is at 9,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
So I'm going to be doing a lot of travel to Mexico. Yeah.
Yay!
I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling to Colombia and being there long term. So yeah, and it's a possibility of like, a permanent move, but that's not in the cards right now. But I will be spending a lot of time there, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'll bring you guys more Colombian culture and stuff on the channel.
I can't wait to go and visit myself. So I hope they go soon.
I'd love to visit myself. I wonder what I'm like. Not
great. Diva, we talked about this already.
Yeah. So again, I want to take the time to thank everybody, one and all. It's been an amazing journey, and to some people, like you tell people, "Oh, I'm at 6,000 subscribers," and they go, "That's good." It's not, from a YouTube standpoint, like whereas
people have millions.
Reckless Eating 600,000, right? And I think that's decent. But they lost a lot of subscribers when they had to match the terms of service. But like LA Beast, he's like 2 million, I think, something like that, 2 million, something like that, which is great, right? I don't mind the 6,000 subscribers. I don't mind like people say, well, you make a lot of money on YouTube. It's like, no, I don't. I make maybe $400 a year on YouTube, and it costs me to do this. It costs me about maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a year to do this. I mean, people, you don't realize it, but like all the stuff that I do on the live stream and all the stuff I do in the episodes.
I don't get an allowance because he does this.
That's right. This is your allowance.
This is my allowance.
Yeah, you're going to have to finish the silkworm pupa and the circus peanuts. That's your allowance. But I love doing this, right? I love doing this for you guys.
You're right. We do have a great group here.
It is. The community is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't ask for a better community. It's like, I was going to say we never had to ban anybody. We did have to ban one person,
But it was like a
It was a
troll,
troll,
or maybe
yeah.
even a bot. We don't even know.
Yeah. So we've in the history of the channel, we've only banned one person.
Mhm.
And it's been great. I couldn't ask for a better community. Like, I don't know if some of the other channels that have a lot of subscribers are just like, bots, I guess is it for a lack of better
Sometimes,
term?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Matt has a good one, a good, great group of people as well. And it's nice because we consider it an extension of family. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're a Trippy food family here. So we like checking in on you guys. We love that you come and check in with us. Let us know, you've gotten married, had kids. We're all family here. We love to share with you.
Would you guys think that that like 7K is our next goal? 7K or like you just want to wait till we hit 10?
10, 6. What do you think?
The reckless eating people are so nice. They are.
They are.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
hilarious.
sometimes
They're funny.
They've
They're funny.
had to block people. They've had to ban people, but
if you
general-
mean like the group themselves, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Michelle's awesome. Matt's awesome. They're good guys.
Yeah,
They're really good.
and a lot of
Don't tell Matt I said that though.
well, because a lot of what you see like I don't want to say they're acting per se, but Matt is probably much deeper than he seems to be on the channel and everything.
To be fair though, he's usually playing like jump scare games. So how deep are you going to get when you're playing a jump scare game?
Exactly.
Or eating a water bug.
So we're working towards the next one. I'm not really focused on it right now because like we're at 6,004 or something like that. So like for me to wait for another 1,000, it's not
6,001 go negative Fenway. They frown upon that, They kind of frown upon that. And you can't do live streams from jail. Not that I would know from experience, but apparently you can't.
Yeah, you can't tell me about it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you can't
Yeah, the live streams that you do from jail are a little different than what we have on this channel.
So again, we really appreciate. I hope that this kind of gave back to you a little bit because, like I said, I did make a promise doing that, and you guys seem to like agree that it was a good idea to eat my least favorite things for when we hit 6,000. So I really appreciate that.
And we'll step it up for something cool and interesting for the next one.
Yeah, because for the 5,000 when we did the
Ring of Fire.
the fiery 5,000, yeah. The ring of fire.
Yeah.
But we'll do something else at 7. I'm not focusing on it right now because, like I said, I don't know 6,008 or something like that. So but I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all, and especially like I look at the live chat and who's in the live chat, and I see familiar names and people who are here all the time and support,
new faces
and support the channel and
new
new faces too. And support the channel and just really, really appreciate it and thank you so much. So hopefully, like in the next few months, I have a lot of backlog, a lot of stuff I have to get to, and
hurry up and edit some of these things,
some really cool and fun stuff for you guys. So I thank you all so much. But I can see by the old clock on the wall. Oh wait, there is no clock on the wall. But I can see by the clock on Julie's wrist that it's time for us to go. So again, thank you for sharing our 6,000 subscriber celebration. Well, celebration for you, pure hell for me. But thank you all for doing that. And again, next week, remember, the next week is going to be our UK snacks and beverages, or UK snack and beverages episode. Live stream, and I hope to see you there. But in the meantime, remember that it's crazy out there. So
take care of yourself.
Take care of others.
And we will see you again soon.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night. Or day.
Or both.